This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, the 17th of April. I'm James Spann. After a nice day today, we've got clouds and rain tomorrow. And unfortunately, we're going to make some changes in the forecast on Saturday to be a little more pessimistic. But Sunday still looks good. Now, let's go in there and take a look out the window with the Skycam shots this afternoon. That is coming from Chalkville Mountain Road at Trussville. The sky there mostly sunny. Very similar scene at Fayette. Lots of blue sky there. And down south at Selma, as we look at the Alabama River, we've got sunshine through high clouds. Big trough moving in from the Plain States. You can see that is generating a new surface low, a storm on the Louisiana coast. And how that thing behaves will determine our weather tomorrow and Saturday. Temperatures today well below average. The statistical high today, the average high is 75. We're about 10 degrees below that. Birmingham at 65, but it feels pretty good. And around the nation, temperatures are probably cooler than average in most places. But next week should be noticeably warmer as a big ridge begins to pump up. In fact, it looks like we'll see the warmest weather so far this year in about a week. A very quiet April 17th around the nation. We do note there were flash flood watches in effect for the southeastern corner of Alabama down around Dothan. Also parts of North Florida and southwest Georgia, as they're going to see some pretty big rain from that storm developing down in the Gulf. In fact, this is the projected rain coming off the NAM through Saturday morning, suggesting rain amounts of over 2 inches for places like Tallahassee and Valdosta. And even Montgomery, it's got potential for over 1 inch of rain down there around Montgomery and Tuskegee. And we are kind of on the northern fringe of the big rain shield, as you can see there. Let's take a look at modeling. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow evening. This is actually at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, and that thing is developing into a cutoff upper low over East Alabama. And, ooh, boy, we all know those are problematic, and sure enough, we're going to have to make some adjustments in the forecast on Saturday. Down below that, we have a surface low that is developing around Tallahassee, and the bigger rains will be to the north of that. This is 5 o'clock tomorrow morning coming off the NAM. And you can see at that point we should have a soaking rain falling over the southern part of the state. A little light rain up here, so we could see some rain after midnight tonight. It should be relatively light. This is 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The big rain continues over southeast Alabama down around Dothan, and we could still see some rain here. Birmingham and Anniston, we're kind of on the northern periphery of all of this, but we'll just mention a chance of rain at times throughout the day. Will it rain all day? No. Will it be heavy? No. Severe weather? No. Probably no thunder, but just some rain at times tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. Now, here's the problem. Let's go into Saturday. First off, this is the big picture. This is the GFS. And it's Saturday evening at 7, and if you look at this, everything looks fine with all of the effects of this east of here, but some of the higher res models are saying, wait just a minute. We'll go back to the NAM. This is Saturday morning at 7 o'clock, and by golly, that looks pretty wet. Just south and east of Birmingham. If this is right, we're going to have rain to start the day Saturday from Anniston down to Ashland and Lineville and Sylacauga and Montgomery and Troy. Now, no rain at all Saturday for the Shoals and Cullman and Tuscaloosa, but again, just east and south of Birmingham, this is suggesting we could still see some rain Saturday morning. And this is Saturday evening at 7 o'clock, and we've still got moisture wrapping in off the Atlantic in here. And this is suggesting Saturday could be a cloudy day with rain over the eastern part of the state, at least during the morning hours. And this is coming off the high-res NAM, the 4-kilometer NAM. This is Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. And again, it's you get the idea. We better mention some chance of rain. If you are in Anniston or in Wedowee or Talladega or Sylacauga or Rockford or Alexander City or at Lake Martin. And we're going to do that. We're going to make the changes. And this is coming off the RPM. This is Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Same thing. It's got rain basically wrapped back over into Birmingham Saturday morning. And I think clouds could cover much of the state as these upper lows can be very pesky. And then that stuff is right underneath the cold core. And the other problem with this is probably going to be colder than we've been thinking. We've been talking about highs way up in the 70s. If this is right, we could stay in the 60s much of the day Saturday. So we are clearly going to amend the forecast to be more pessimistic, cloudy, not as mild, a chance of rain, mainly south and east of Birmingham Saturday, especially Saturday morning. So this is a radical departure from earlier forecasts this week, so plan accordingly. Easter Sunday looks good. That thing is finally out of here. Thank goodness. Sunday should be a sunny day with a high in the upper 70s. Just gorgeous. Monday of next week, we stay dry. Again, upper 70s. And then Tuesday, a weak front drops in here. There's no really good upper support. Moisture limited. Rain not all that heavy, but there could be some showers on Tuesday. And this is Wednesday. Ridging begins to build, and that's going to be pretty warm. We'll head up toward the low 80s, and this is Thursday of next week, a week from today. Big trough in the west, ridge pumped up over the east, and that should be a warm and dry day with mid-80s possible. That could be our warmest day so far this year, a week from today. Then a couple of days after that, the trough moves on to the east, and down below that, we get colder air. No freeze or frost, I don't think, but it's going to be breezy and cooler if this is right. And again, this is Saturday, April 26th. Later, May 1st, that might be stormy. We see no evidence of any severe weather issues for the rest of April, but as May begins, if this idea is correct, that could be pretty stormy. We've seen this idea in recent runs. And on May 3rd, that is on by, and we are drier. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can, catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News, the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.